It's been a long time. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know what that means. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Got a surprise today. I'll show you in a sec. Oh, actually, she's coming over now. What? Oof. Oof. Whoop. Get off of there. Get off of there. Okay. Why is this not working? Where are you going? Where are you going? Don't chew that. No, we're not chewing that. Okay. What? Do you want... What? You want that bone again, don't you? I know. You want that bone again, don't you? Yes. Do you want that bone again? All right, let's get you the bone. We'll get this over here. We'll get this over here. Oh, we're running out of power on this. Here's your bone. There we go. Here. Put this down here for a second so you can watch. No, this one's a dog. This is different. This ain't no kitty cat. This is a dog. It's a puppy. What? Oh, we just lost the tension. Now she's over here. Well, now she's back. She does not want to leave that. Actually, you know what? This is going to be way more interesting than anything that I'm doing probably today. What? Anything that I'm doing today, this will be way more interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's get the lights on. It's time to do some breakfast. Yeah. What? Here, we'll go from this way, Sue. So everyone's in frame. How about that? We're gonna go like this, and then we're gonna go like this. And then everyone's in frame. Okay? There. Now everyone's in frame. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Well, move your face. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What were we doing? Getting some water. Man, that's good. Good. You needed some water. It's good to be drinking water. Yeah. Yeah, what a good girl. Yeah. What a good girl. You getting more? Are you getting more? Are you getting more? Is that what you're doing? You are going back for more. Yeah, you were going back for more. Why are you looking at me like that? What's in there? Yeah, I know. What? What a good sit. What a good sit. Oh my goodness, look at that tail. Look at that little rat tail. What's that little rat tail? Oh my goodness. What's that little rat tail? What's that little rat tail? What? You just sitting looking at me? You just sitting looking? You get more water? You getting more? You're gonna be a big old hot water bottle. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Hopefully I'll be able to eat before she's all done. What? You are so nosy. Nosy girl. You are a nosy girl. Move it. Move your face. Move your face. Move your head. Nosy. She nosy. Okay. What? You could chew your bone? Chew your bone. Alright, this is all good. What else do we need to do? Eggs, salsa. I guess we can start still. Should we get some Alan Watts going again today? Because it seems like what? It seems like Alan Watts is okay. What? I'm really curious if you're gonna be able to not pee this whole time we work. I'm really curious. Even though you just went.
If most of your business comes from referrals and word of mouth, you probably have a constraint of marketing, right? And so referrals are great, don't get me wrong. But when you
Again, it's always expanding, yes, but always as a result of free hydrogen in space, with the free hydrogen coagulates and makes new galaxies. But the other people say there was a primordial explosion.
Where are you going?
Enormous bang, billions of years ago, which flung all the galaxies into space. Well, let's take that just for the sake of argument and say that was the way it happened. It's like you took a bottle of ink and threw it at a wall. Smash! And all that ink spreads. And in the middle, it's dense, isn't it? And as it gets out on the edge, the little droplets are finer and finer and make more complicated patterns. See? So in the same way, there was a big bang in the beginning of things, and it spread. And you and I, sitting here in this room, as complicated human beings, are way, way out on the fringe of that bang. We're the complicated little atoms on the end of it. Very interesting. But so we define ourselves as being only that. If you think that you are only inside your skin, you define yourself as one very complicated little curlicue, way out on the edge of that explosion, way out in space and way out in time.
Yeah.
Billions of years ago, you were a big bang.
Okay.
Now you're a complicated human being. And then we cut ourselves off, like this, and don't feel that we're still the big bang. But you are. Depends how you define yourself. You are actually, if this is the way things started, if there was a big bang in the beginning,
What?
you're not something that is a result of the big bang. You're not something that is a sort of
Hi.
puppet
How are you doing today?
on the end of the process. You are still the process.
Good morning, or good afternoon,
You are the
or good
big bang,
evening.
the original force of the universe coming on as whoever you are. See, when I meet you, I see not just
What?
you define yourself as, Mr.
What?
So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so. I see every one of you as the primordial energy of the universe coming on at me in this particular way.
More water? We're doing
I
more?
find that too.
You are gonna be so...
But we've learned to define
You're gonna be a
ourselves
pea
as
factory is
separate
what you're gonna be.
And so the one
Hola.
what I would call a kind of a basic
This is a...
problem
Don't
with
get too
what
excited
first
though.
is to understand
She's not staying.
that
probably.
there are no such things
She's
as
a rescue.
that
Muy
is
bien.
a separate thing
Gracias.
or separate things.
She...
That is only
A homeless person gave her to someone in my
If you
building,
can understand
and that
this, you
person
have
couldn't
no
watch her.
problems.
So I said I'm kind of just dog sitting for a minute, but I think we found
By a thing.
someone else to take her.
First of all, they gave me all sorts of synonyms.
Because I have a tour coming up. I thought she's also gonna, she's tiny.
Work for a thing. It doesn't tell you anything about what you
She's very, very sweet though.
Finally, a very smart.
She's very, very, very sweet. Check this out here. I mean, she's gonna be annoyed because I'm taking away from her phone, but this is, I don't know how much this is in frame here. But this is this girl. Look at this girl. She's the sweetest. And she's very chill. Okay, that's good. We can go back to our bone. Yeah. Yeah, she's adorable.
From Italy, who was in the group.
She's really good at
Said
potty
everything is
training
a
too
noun.
so far.
She was quite right. A noun.
She goes out pretty much every time. She's only had 2 little piddles in the house in a couple days now. 2 days maybe.
There are no separate things
She's
in
very
the physical
good.
world either.
Very
The
sweet.
physical world is wiggle. It's something like this. Maybe that's a cloud. The clouds, mountains, trees, people are all wiggly. And only when human beings get working at things, they build buildings in straight lines and try and make out that the world isn't really wiggly. But here are we sitting in this
Watch out,
room
I don't want you
building
getting
on straight
popped.
lines, but each one of us is as wiggly as all get out.
Careful, I don't want you getting
Now then.
popped. We don't need oil all over you.
When you want to get control of something that wiggles, it's pretty difficult, isn't it? You try and pick up a fish in your hands, and the fish is wiggly and it slips out. What do you do to get hold of the fish? You use a net. And so the net is the basic thing we have for getting hold of the wiggly world. And so if you want to get hold of this wiggle, you've got to put a net over it.
No. Get into
You
that.
see? Now what's going to happen?
Go over to your, here, come here.
A net is something regular. And I can number the holes in a net. So many holes up, so many holes across.
Gonna knock over a bag
And
of
if
trash.
I number these holes, I can count exactly where each wiggle is in terms of a
Good
hole
girl.
in that net.
Good girl.
And that's the beginning of calculus, the art of measuring the world. But in order to do that, I've got to break up the wiggle into bits. I've got to call this a specific bit, and this the next bit of the wiggle, and this the next bit, and this the next bit of the wiggle. And so these bits are things or events.
Yeah.
Bits of wiggles,
She happy.
which I mark out in order to talk about the wiggle, in order to measure it, and therefore in order to control it. But in nature, in fact, in the physical world, the wiggle isn't bitted. Like you don't get a cut-up fryer out of an egg.
What?
But you have to cut the chicken up in order to eat it.
What?
You bite it. But it doesn't come bitted. So the world doesn't come thing. It doesn't come invented.
What's up?
You and I are all as much continuous with the physical universe as a wave is continuous with the ocean. The ocean waves, and the universe peaks. And as the wave, I want to say you. The world is waving at you, at me with you, and saying, hi, I'm here. But we, our consciousness, the way we feel and sense our existence, being based on a myth that we are made, that we are parts, that we are things, our consciousness has been influenced so that each one of us does not feel that. We feel we have been hypnotized, literally hypnotized, by social convention into feeling and sensing that we exist only inside our skins. That we are not the original band, but just something out on the end of it. And therefore we are scared stiff. Because my wave is going to disappear. And I'm going to die. And that would be awful. We've got a mythology going now, which is Father Maskell put it. We are nothing but something that happens between the maternity ward and the crematorium. And that's it. And therefore everybody feels unhappy and miserable. Now, this is what people really believe today. You may go to church, you may say you believe in this, that, and the other, but you don't. Even Jehovah's Witnesses, who are the most fundamentalists, they're polite when they come round and knock at the door. But if you really believed in Christianity, you would be screaming in the streets. But nobody does. You would be taking full-page ads in the paper every day. You would have the most terrifying television programs. The churches would be going out of their minds if they really believe what they teach. But they don't. They hope, they think they ought to believe what they teach. They believe they should believe, but they don't believe it. Because what we really believe is the fully automatic model. And that is our basic, plausible common sense. You are a fluke. You are a separate event. And you run from the maternity ward to the crematorium, and that's it, baby. That's it.
We bootstrapped ClickFunnels to $1 billion with no investors, no VC, and no outside
These are
capital.
getting pretty
Just
good.
me,
I'm getting better at
a
these.
small team, and a crazy idea that funnels could change everything. And here's the thing nobody tells you when you're building a company like that. At some point, the business
I wonder if I'm gonna stop paying for ads
you
ever.
stop being able to actually carry it. You're doing the marketing, you're
I
doing
wonder.
the sales.
Now, why does anybody think that way? There's no reason to, because it isn't even scientific. It's just a myth. And it's invented by people who wanted to feel a certain way. They want to play a certain game. The game of God got embarrassing. The idea of God as the potter, the architect of the universe, is good. It makes you feel that life is, after all, important. There is someone who cares. It has meaning. It has sense.
Where are you going?
And you are valuable in the eyes of the Father.
Chloe.
But after a while, it gets embarrassing. Do you realize that everything you do is being watched by God? He knows your tiniest, inmost feelings and thoughts, and you say after a while, quit bugging me. I don't want you around. So you become an atheist. Just to get rid of it. Then you feel terrible after that, because you got rid of God, but that means you got rid of yourself. You're just nothing but a machine. And your idea that you're a machine is just a machine too. So if you're a smart kid, you commit suicide. Camus said there is only really one serious philosophical question, which is whether or not to commit suicide.
Yep. Yep.
I think there are 4 or 5 serious philosophical questions. The first one is, who started it? The second is, are we going to make it? The third is, where are we going to put it? The fourth is, who's going to clean up?
That's funny.
And the fifth, is it serious?
Damn.
But still, should you or not commit suicide? This is a good question.
Damn.
Why go on?
Is it serious?
And you only go on if the game is worth the candle.
Yep.
Now, the universe has been going on for an incredible long time. And so, really, a satisfactory theory of the universe has to be one that's worth betting on. It seems to me, absolutely elementary common sense. If you make a theory of the universe which isn't worth betting on,
Anybody get it on the
why
line?
bother? Just commit suicide. But if you want to go on playing the game, you've got to have an optimal theory for playing the game. Otherwise, there's no point in it.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who coined the fully automatic theory of the universe were playing a very funny game. What they wanted to say was this: all you people who believe in religion are old ladies and wishful thinkers. You've got a big daddy out there and you want a comfort and thing, but life is rough. Life is tough. And success goes to the most hard-headed people. That was a very convenient theory when the European American world was colonizing the natives everywhere else.
Yeah.
It said, we are the end product of evolution, and we're tough. See, I'm a big, strong guy because I face facts, and life is just a bunch of junk, and I'm going to impose my will on it and turn it into something else, you see. And I'm real hard. See, that's a way of flattering yourself. And so, it has become academically plausible, fashionable, that this is the way the world works. In academic circles, no other theory of the world than the fully automatic model is respectable. Because if you're an academic person, you've got to be an intellectually tough person. You've got to be prickly. See, there are basically 2 kinds of philosophy. One's called prickles, the other's called goo.
Stupid.
And prickly people are precise,
Ouch.
rigorous, logical. They like everything chopped up and clear. Goo people like it vague. For example, in physics, prickly people believe that the ultimate constituents of matter are particles. Goo people believe it's waves. And in philosophy, prickly people are logical positivists and goo people are idealists. And they're always arguing with each other. But what they don't realize is that neither one can take his position without the other person. Because you wouldn't know you advocated prickles unless there was somebody else advocating goo. You wouldn't know what a prickle was unless you knew what goo was. Because life is not either prickles or goo, it's gooey prickles and prickly goo. They go together like back and front, male and female. And that's the answer to philosophy. Huh. See, I'm a philosopher. And I'm not going to argue very much, because if you don't argue with me, I don't know what I think. So if we argue, I say thank you. Because going to the courtesy of your taking a different point of view, I understand what I mean. So I can't get rid of you.
What you doing?
But however, you see, this whole idea that the universe is just nothing at all.
Hey, come here.
Unintelligent force playing around, not even enjoying it, is a put-down theory of the world. People who had an advantage to make, a game to play, by putting it down, and making out that because they put the world down, they were a superior kind of people.
Restaurant owners, stop shredding your profits. Try this instead.
This restaurant went from $10,000 to...
So, That just won't do. We've had it. Because
What you done?
if you seriously go along with this idea of the world, you're what is technically called alienated. You feel hostile to the world. You feel that the world is a trap. It is a mechanism, it's electronic and neurological mechanisms into which you somehow got caught. And you, poor thing, have to put up with being in a body that's falling apart and that gets cancer, that gets the Great Siberian Itch, and it's just terrible. And these mechanics, doctors are trying to help you out, but they really can't succeed in the end. And you're just going to fall apart, and it's a grim business, and it's too bad. So if you think that that's the way things are, you may as well commit suicide right now. Unless you say, well, I daren't. Because there really, after all, there might be eternal damnation in the back of the thing if I did that. Or then I identify with my children or something, and I think of them going on and without me and nobody to support them. Because if I do go on in this frame of mind and continue to support them, I shall merely teach them to be like I am. And they'll go on dragging it out to support their children, and they won't enjoy it. And they'll be afraid to commit suicide, and so will their children. They all learn the same lesson. So you see, all I'm trying to say is that the basic common sense about the nature of the world that is influencing most people in the United States today, the fully automatic mobile, is simply a myth. If you want to say that the idea of God the Father with his white beard on the golden throne,
Is this working? What is this doing? Come here.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach.
Hi. Sorry, I was just cooking.
That's okay.
She may need to go out again.
Okay.
She went out 30 minutes ago, but she just had some water.
Okay.
If
cool.
you want, I can also. Do you want me to just take her out and then bring her up?
Would that be okay? Sorry, our Zoom starts now.
That's what I was gonna say, and then that way.
This is Justin, by the way.
Hey, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
We better rush up because
Okay.
we're being really bad.
So I'll just bring. I got a bone for her too, because she needs some hard to chew on. I'll bring her back up. and
Okay,
stuff.
thank you.
Okay. Okay, how do I... Okay, let's take her out. Ugh. let's see. Let's just do it this